Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan. This is Auto Detour, and in today's video, as promised in the last video, is going to be all about Gramps. In today's video, we're going to work on getting the cab put back down on Gramps so that we can get him off to Eric's to get put back together. We're also going to be unboxing all the new parts that just came, the last of the parts that are needed to get Gramps put back together and back on the road. And I'm always really terrible about this, so if you guys are interested in Auto Detour merch, I do have some. Check out the link in the description below, or email me if you want stickers or hats or anything like that. But I'm really excited to move on with the Gramps series, get him back on the road, back to making some good power and making more Gramps content. So be sure to stick around for today's video. Let's jump right into it. All right, so first off, as you can see, I've been working on digging Gramps out of the garage. As with any project, he kind of just accumulated stuff around it and in the bed. I've got the bed cleared out. I'm gonna start moving parts into bins and putting them in the bed and the cab so that we can transport all of that together over to Eric's place. We got all kinds of stuff left over here to move. Got the stock Armada wheels sitting under there. And I think other than that, everything up front is good to go. We got the newly refinished imported head sitting here, the Precision Industries torque converter there, some other stuff here that we're going to be unboxing later on in the video. But I want to get to the good stuff first, because we really got to get this cab put back down to make sure that it's ready when Eric shows up with the car trailer so we can get everything moved over there. So got a lot of work to do. Gonna get that the built motor that's on the engine stand over there ready to load up. All kinds of good stuff. So I hope you guys are excited. Gramps is coming back to life. So my biggest challenge here is probably going to be getting the body lined back up at the holes. It should be close because I haven't moved it, but you know, it's rocked back and forth, and getting it lined up by myself is going to be difficult. Make sure we're not pinching any wires or anything coming down, so we're going to bring it down nice and slow. Make sure we're lined up with the body mounts. I got all the pucks, the body mount bushings in, ready for the body to land on. This one is up here because I snapped that bolt off. Just taking one last look, make sure there's nothing in the way before we start dropping this body back down. I think the only thing I'm going to hook up is probably, I might hook up the shift linkage so I can put it in park so it doesn't roll in case we have to set it on a hill. But definitely going to hook up the steering shaft there so that it's a lot easier to move around and maneuver. Truck's been out of commission for almost a year now, so it's going to be really weird to see this out of the garage and the body back on the frame for the first time in probably 6 to 8 months. I can't remember when I actually lifted the body, but it'll be nice to see Gramps at least somewhat in one piece again. Well, there we go. The body is back down. It has been a while since I have seen the body not up against the ceiling there. It's not perfectly aligned. It's probably half an inch too far this way on the frame. You can see that on the body line back here. You can see the cab is over this way just a little bit too far, but it'll be just fine for transporting purposes. But man, feels good to just see something happen. The engine bay looks pretty big without all the heads and everything on there. Oh man, can't wait to get that sucker in there. So what I have left now, I'm gonna hook up the steering shaft here, and then I'm gonna crawl underneath and hook up the shifter cable so I have the ability to put it in park and neutral to move it around. Let's get those couple things done, and then I'm excited to go over here and start unboxing some of the new parts so we can see them and make sure we have the right stuff. Got it. Now that's snapped on there. Just slide this little tab down and it locks it onto the ball joint. And those are just hand tight, so we're just gonna take them right back off again. All right, let's move on here, do a quick unboxing. Still can't tell you how crazy it is to see the cab down. Kind of want to see it in these boxes here. That's some gaskets. Oh, and my timing set. Take this stuff out of here and use these boxes to put more parts in to haul over. So that's what's in that one. Let's open up the big one here. I believe you'd call those cam followers, but the rockers. So yeah, should have 16 of those. Got a random O-ring here, that's nice. That's the Melling oil pump. And I believe this is the pickup tube. I bet the O-ring goes in that. I don't know. Came with one of them, so I'm gonna put it in the box with the oil pump here. See what else we got. A big fat oil cooler here. We got a brand new intake manifold. So that thing looks pretty sweet. I think that's it for this big box. All right, let's open up this one. I am probably most excited about this one. There we go. Here's my new cams from Comp Cams. I don't know much about cams, but I know they're 550 lift and they match the 550 springs from Brian Tooley Racing that are in the heads. So that'll be cool to open those up. I'm going to leave them in the box, keep them protected for now. Of course, my Summit stickers. Looks like they sent me a $100 wine voucher. How did they know that I am that far into the project that I need $100 of wine? And the last little guy here. Ah, yes. And these are the lifters. So we got all brand new lifters, new, I keep wanting to call them rocker arms. I don't think that's technically what they're called. New rocker arms, all new gaskets. We got the Comp Cams, we got a new intake manifold, we got a full gasket set somewhere in here. Oh yeah, over here, full gasket set. Got timing chains, new oil pump, new oil pickup tube, and fingers crossed, that's all that was left that's needed. I do need to pick up some more spark plugs. Mine were pretty new, but as you know, a couple of them got thrashed. So we'll probably need more than 6 spark plugs. But those are easy to pick up. I was running NGK TR6s, so I'll probably run some more of those. So anyway, I think I'm going to consolidate most of this into one box, get this put in the truck, and then start loading up turbo parts off the shelf. All right, I think that's it. Got all this junk loaded up in the back of the truck. Got all sorts of piping up there. Got the old intake manifold here. Just throwing all this stuff in because I put a bunch of the hardware in here so I didn't lose it. So that way when Eric needs the hardware, he knows where to look, rather than pulling out all the hardware and try to transfer it over. I'll just give him all the parts that has all the bolts in it. All the cool turbo piping, big fatty down pipe there. Blow off valve here. I got to show you something with the blow off valve here in just a second. But kind of crazy just to see how much junk goes into an engine and turbo stuff. I'm gonna take a peek inside here. Got my Lightning radiator, Pat's engine cover that he had painted for me and made. Still looking nice and sharp. That's gonna be the cherry on top. Big fat intercooler over there. More turbo parts and piping, injectors, heads, torque converter up there. Old block still looking sad in there. So anyway, yeah, there's that intercooler. There's the turbo down here. I think I mentioned we're gonna run that one for a little bit. Eventually gonna need a bigger one though. But yeah, let's hop over here real quick. I wanna show you something. If you guys remember way back, my blow-off valve started making a different noise. Which sounded much cooler, but it turns out this little disc that seals the bottom of the, I'm not sure which direction it goes, if it goes this way or this way. I think it goes that way. Anyway, that's threaded and came unscrewed off of this post here, and so every time there was nothing to seal against this seal here, and it would make that noise when I would let off the gas. So anyway, the blow-off valve just kind of fell apart, so I'm not quite sure if I'm going to try to put that one back together or just get a new blow-off valve. I may go with a newer, nicer blow-off valve and wastegate just to protect the newer engine, but we'll see. Leave a comment down below what brand blow-off valve and wastegate I should go with. Next time you see Gramps, he's going to be on the trailer headed to Eric's house to get repaired, and hopefully running in the next week or so. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. I'll talk to you next time.